So I'm Mark Paul and I'm sitting here with Loyiso Bala, who has just performed at the live results show. Well, let me ask you first, what was it like performing on the stage tonight?
You know, the thing is, I was here for some rehearsals earlier on, and let me tell you, man, that is the easy part. When you know that you are live and that there's millions of people watching you, and never mind the fact that there's also a few, like a few hundreds or however many people here who are also here to watch the show, but just sort of changes the whole dynamic of the performance. But we perform for people, so I had I had fun. I had fun up there.
Ironic song, you did Time to Dance, and you're a great dancer, aren't you?
The thing is, I believe that as a singer, I need to make people dance. But I don't need to be able to dance, to sort of do that. So
So is that you admitting that you can't dance?
I can't dance, but
But
the thing is, time to dance is not about, it's not about being a great dancer. It's about the fact that, when you dance, it releases some endorphins. It's a God-given, how can I say, it's a free drug, from the Almighty God for us to feel good. So usually people only dance when they feel good.
True.
But, the truth of the matter is that when you're feeling down, you should dance, and that's going to perk you up.
now, we in the middle of South African Idols, and what this show does, I think one of the things it does is it brings a bit of attention to the South African music industry. And I think it's a myth, but there is a perception out there sometimes that you can only really make it in the music industry in South Africa for a short period of time. You make it, and then you kind of disappear, and people forget about you. Now, you've been around for a long time. You've been successful for a long time. So what's your secret? What's your trick?
Sort of speaking about idols, I don't think necessarily that like you win, you win a career in idols. I think you win an opportunity to start a career. Do you know what I mean? But that this really is just the beginning of the journey. We've always known that even your Prince Williams and people who are born in all this richness, they still have to grow to become people. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the same thing here. And for me, there's no greater platform to launch an artist than than from idols here. And I must say, a lot of the guys who've won before, they've really sort of kept it going for more than just 2 or 3 years, as you kind of say that. But I think the secret behind it is that you've got to know that it's the industry that's going to keep you afloat. So you need to be good to people all the time. You need to make sure that you are there in time. So it's everything else apart from your singing that is going to keep you afloat.
It's more than just the music. Now, talking about the previous contestants that have done really well, you've actually collaborated now. You're working with Graeme Watkins. Tell me a bit about that.
Graeme's such a musical guy. He's actually one of my best friends now. We've been doing gigs with Swing City together with Nathan Rowe, who was actually on another reality show. And obviously now he's got a group called Lone Hill Estate. And, and I believe that all these guys that are up here, as much as they do grow during this period, but they actually have always been musicians. Doing the swing stuff, which Graeme is very much used to, as much as he's a rock star and he was on the stage on the top 16. I've learned so much from obviously working with him, and that's why, man, I believe that that God can bring the youngest people to teach you a lesson and to kind of move you forward. So it's been a really humbling experience, and I look forward to just many more years of working with other young musicians, and because it gives me an opportunity to grow.
Yeah. And to teach what you've learned in the industry, because I think that is important as well, that the young guys have mentors like yourself. Now, what is next for Loyiso? What are you busy with at the moment?
At the moment, I'm busy writing. I'm busy writing songs for my next album. I've actually currently got, as in tomorrow, I've got a new single coming out called Saving Grace. For those who don't know, actually, even Time to Dance is a gospel song based on Ecclesiastes chapter 3. But and obviously still performing a lot, still doing a lot of my R&B and pop stuff, and really, man, otherwise I think what's my main focus right now, maybe in also being a new dad.
How's that going?
That's absolutely awesome. I used to wake up with a song in my head, but now I just wake up just wanting to see my daughter, and
It's a special feeling.
And it's totally changed my life.
This competition, who do you think is going to win?
Obviously judging by the Strepsils meter, you can see that Brandon is right at the top. I'm a huge Sonke fan. I just love just sort of like his whole vibe, and I think also like right now we're still a little early because I'm also a Zoe fan at the same time. I believe that there's just so much more to her, and that if she could just sing, do you know what I mean?
So your ideal top three would be Sonke, Brendan, and Zoe. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, and then from there, it's up to them to make it happen.
Cool, man. Loyiso, thanks for chatting to us. I appreciate the time and all the best.
Thank you, and same to you.